conversation, so tune in. Over here it gets real, I hope you're listening. Tell you everything you wanna hear. Nothing but some really high vibrations. Hope you're ready, keep it organic. I just wanna take time and keep it with you. Hope you're ready, keep it organic. Having so much fun, what about you? Hope you're ready, keep it organic. I just wanna take time and keep it with you. Hope you're ready, keep it organic. Having so much fun, what about you?
Want to welcome everybody to RganniK, where I am, Harvey Love, the Come Down King. And tonight, we have one of the coldest people that I ever seen in my life at his craft. I promise you, the wizard, K-Rino. What it do, man? What it do?
My brother, what's up, family member? Man, I'm honored to be here, man. Honored to be on your platform. Okay. Saw you when you was putting it together. So now it's together, man. And you rolling, man.
Yes, sir, man. And I mean, to God be the glory on that, man.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just rocking and rolling, man. Yeah. Yes, indeed. It was just such a pleasure to do your podcast the other night, man. I mean, to talk to you, man. It's very rarely, man, that you be around your. I get it. We come up together in the game, and we've done what we done. I've been around you pretty much my whole career, and I still feel like it's crazy now. But I still feel starstruck when I'm around K-Rino, man. Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you really, and I see how everybody else looks at you, and I'm like, yeah, this is that dude. This is really that dude, And so, I mean, your craft has been your craft. I mean, man. I mean, this is what I always hear about Scarface.
Yeah.
I hear, people say, man, I've never heard a whack verse from Scarface. But then they don't leave it right there. Yeah. It's always K-Rino. Man, well, I mean, how does that make you? I mean, like
you said, to God be the glory.
Man,
when you take pride in your craft and you know that people are listening, regardless of how big your fan base is, you have the fan base. You can't let them down. Right. So they looking at it like, please don't ever come with a whack verse. So anytime I write, I'm thinking about the people.
Right.
I want to max out, but I'm thinking about those diehards that have been with me 20, 25 years and have heard everything I've done.
And they will know.
Yeah, they're going to know. And it's going to be a challenge for them, for me to make sure, okay, you know what? I can't fall off. You might drop off a little bit. You ain't going to be at your best. Jordan ain't going to hit 40 every night.
No.
But I can't fall off. That's my mindset.
Man. I mean, and people always wonder, like, okay, what is he going to talk about now? Can he talk about something different again? Yeah. Yes, he can. Yeah. And it happens. I mean, like the way you talk about life, it stays so relevant and your verses are always in the pocket. I love the flow. You know how, us rappers, we know what's in the pocket, right? You ride that rhythm. And I mean, you do that to death, man. And I love it, man. I absolutely love it.
I'm grateful that people like you and other people recognize it. Absolutely. Because again, we was doing this, this for a fact, Casey, we was doing this before we was thinking about making money off of it. We just love to do it.
Right, and that's why we still in it too.
And we did it because you want those accolades from the hood, from your homies, from when you battling somebody. So once you get to the point where you go professional and it is about the money, you still, if you don't lose that, you're going to be good for a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for me, I always said that, you find something that you love enough, it's going to one day love you back. Come on, and it'll take care of you because of the hours and the blood, sweat, and tears that you put into it. Yeah. And man, if nothing else, we've done that. Yeah. We've done that. The money only came and it became such an importance because we grown people with bills. Truth be told. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so we in knowledge and we got older and we start understanding why we need money from the craft that we love. And so that's what,
I'm gonna tell you where that's too the money came from, because as an artist, as rappers, we competitors. So when you hear other people that you like, man, that dude trash, and he making money. Exactly. I'm gonna make me some money too. Exactly. Like if he can make money doing it, exactly. So it's just it ain't no disrespect, no. It's just a competitive drive. Like okay, because that's what I can't speak for you, but that's what drove me to want to do it professionally in the first place. Because I was like, it was a time where I was stealing Melly Mel and Run DMC's rhymes when I was younger. Exactly. But now I'm coming to my own. I feel like if I'm not better than but I'm right there with those guys. Right. I can get paid just like that.
Absolutely. I did the same thing with Dr. Dre, as a producer. Dr. Dre, is my favorite producer. Dr. Dre.
Mine too.
And you're right. And Crazy C. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Crazy C is my real life idol. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So people start with me. I knew I had something when people stopped comparing me to Dr. Dre, as far like, man, because at first it was like, yeah, that's nice, but it sounds just like Dr. Dre, something Dr. Dre would do. Right. Then all of a sudden, I don't hear that no more. But they like my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So so I get it.
That was a blessing though too for them to tell you that because it forced you to separate yourself from one of your heroes. See, because look, it's funny because I would get that too. Are you trying to rap like LL? And I wasn't.
Right.
But maybe subconsciously I was.
Well, you were influenced.
A little bit. Yeah, right. So if somebody tells me that you remind me, that pisses me off. You know, don't tell me I remind you of nobody. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't get it no more. Like
right. That's what I'm saying.
The most they'll say now is they'll say like, oh well, you the Rakim of the South. Right. And I don't take that as an insult.
No, that's a compliment.
When you coming up and somebody telling you that you remind your style, no.
Imagine being told you the Michael Jordan or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, a name that would only be associated with greatness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask you, man. I mean, how many albums have you recorded?
Man, I lost count in the 50s. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm closing in on 60.
Exactly.
60 projects in total, from 87 when we first put out the Real Chill record all the way to now. I might be 55, 56, 57, somewhere up in there. Wow. So we closing in on 60 though.
And I told my producer Groove, I said, man, we counted 42 on that online, and I said, I said K-Rino could correct us. Didn't I say that? I was like, nah. I'm like, it's more than that. Yeah. I know it's more than that.
I think when those people put those lists together, they might not include group projects. Exactly. They may not include EPs and
right. No, this kind of
anything that I naturally, like organically, no pun intended, put together like that. Right.
That's
absolutely. A project. That's indeed. A project. I don't even count compilations and stuff because I'm like, okay, that's stuff that I would just throw together.
Right.
Anything I went into the lab and did
and put together and put out.
Yeah, that count.
I know everybody out there want to hear this too. What was the mindset, the work ethic behind putting out 7 albums in one day?
I wanted to do something that nobody ever did. That's all it was. I wasn't thinking about nothing else. It was like we independent artists.
Right.
So we not driven, we not powered by a mainstream machine.
Exactly.
So a lot of the accolades that we get and a lot of things that we do, they go unnoticed by the masses. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I want to do something that regardless of if it get the notoriety, I know nobody ever did this before. So somebody could say, well, man, this dude put out a double album, a triple album, but you never seen somebody put out 7 projects in one day that are all new. This ain't songs I already had put up.
And jamming.
This ain't some library that I had. No. All this stuff was created for this project. So in the beginning, I was like, man, I'm going to do 100 songs. That's what I said. I'm going to do 100 songs. But then when I started getting, I said, man, it's a lot of songs. I said, no, I'm going to bust it down. So I busted it down. By the time I finished, I had 84 songs. I say, so if I put 12 on each album, what did that come out to be? And it came out to be 7.
That's 7.
So I was like, okay, you know what better number than 7?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's where it came from. But I knew,
and the number of completion.
That's right. That's right. Now. That's God's number. And I knew nobody had ever did that.
Absolutely.
So however they want to lay it out, if you come after that, okay, cool, you got me. But before that, ain't nobody never did.
Man, yeah. I just want to say, I say this because, you know, aside from you and Face, Tupac is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I always hear on the streets about nobody outworked Tupac. And then I think about you and I say, man, you know, y'all sure about that? I mean, because I get it. They still able to put verses out with Tupac that Tupac had or whatever. But 7 albums in one day, it kind of solidified it as for my choice. It's all opinionated. We don't have an accurate count to know who did what. But man, and the number of years you done put in the game, I just think like, man, dude, like, okay, I get it. Pac jammed and he done did all these songs. But K-Rino, man, is still putting them together. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, and you know, I get it that Pac may rest in peace. I'm saying I know he's gone, and I know that he would have had a catalog. Don't make no mistakes about it. You know, he would have had a comparable catalog that would have kept him at the top up there as far as work ethic. But man, for here right now, nobody outworks K-Rino.
And I defer that to Pac because of what you said earlier. It's like this man had albums dropping long after he was gone.
Right.
I think my only regret, which it ain't too late to do, but I don't have library because everything I make I put out. So I don't have 200-300 songs just sitting up nowhere. I mean, maybe I'll get to the point where I would start archiving. But for right now, I would defer that to Pac because of the fact that it's like, man, that man was gone. It was 2008 and they were still putting albums out. You know, so that's a work and where I give him so much credit for is that people forget the man's only 25 years old when he died.
You feel me?
This dude was a baby, man.
You feel me?
And had all that music out.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, man, that's a good person to parallel, you know, I mean, and compare, you know, your artistry and your career to. So I'm like, wow, man, to have that kind of work.
And I give, I throw Zero in that category too.
Absolutely. You know I'm coming with him.
Ro,
yeah, I'm coming with him
he
next.
does have a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
That's put up, you know, Ro
shout out Zero. You know, me and him already talked about, you know, me and him get together. You know,
that's gonna be ugly.
Yes, indeed.
But see,
yes,
Ro
will
kidnap you, bro, and take you to his house, and you just be in there recording.
That's the truth.
And he do that with everybody. Everybody that he rock with.
The truth.
So it ain't no telling how much stuff Ro got put up.
I'm at Ro house and we sitting back there chilling, and the urge just hit him.
Yeah.
Let's go upstairs.
Let's get it on. Yeah.
It's, I mean, in nice studio and everything. He goes to work.
Right.
I mean, he loves this just like we love it.
Now, I was remember we was talking when you was on my show, and it was like the one thing that may keep me from having all that material. See, all I do is rap.
Right.
So I don't record myself and I don't do all that. If I was a guy that had the passion to like have in-house studio and all that, then maybe I would have a bunch of songs.
Right,
that,
absolutely.
But the last thing I add to that when you talk about Ro, Pac, and even myself, that separates is the quality. It ain't just about the quantity.
No.
Because a lot of people can put out a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
But the challenge is to have that amount of work, and the material is
absolutely
still ain't no shorts and no slipping on it. You know, and that goes back to what I was saying about with the fan base and people, because it's like, man, I want to mess your head up from that perspective of like, not only do he have all this stuff out, but all of it is high level. You know,
exactly.
That's the key. That's
absolutely.
The key.
And I've never been the one to really put out a song just to put out a song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I have access to put out whatever. But when you hear something from me, because it's just like you said, we don't want to let our true fans down. And a lot of them, we don't even know that we're letting them down. Man. So you got to make sure that you got them in your mind too as well when you're releasing your product and doing everything. And everything has to be, like you said, it has to be quality. Right. Quality. Right. No, I tell artists that and producers alike that, the ones that I mentor and all that, no matter what you put out, they comparing it to Drake, Kendrick Lamar, all these kind of all these A-listers, Lil Baby, they putting it, they gonna compare it to it. You have no second chance to make a first impression. Come on, man. So you need to make sure that you release it. The crowd is gonna judge you as if that's the best you can do. and
guess who else they comparing your stuff to?
Who?
Comparing it to you.
Absolutely.
The stuff you put out prior
last time.
To
Absolutely.
Man, and that's the hardest thing to live up to.
Right.
Because
right.
That's why you have so many solo out in '93. Okay. And that was Stories from the Black Book.
Okay.
And
right.
I know in my mind,
and I remember that
my stuff now in my mind is 8 billion times better than Stories from the Black Book. But I still have people that say, man, that Black Book, boy.
Exactly.
And I'll be like, I appreciate it, but I'm kind of like feeling some kind of way because they're like, man, you ain't heard none of this stuff I've been doing. You can't leave me in '93 like that.
Exactly.
Bro. You ain't been listening, but to your point, they're gonna compare you to you, and favorite and best are two different words.
Right.
So I had to learn that too, because they say, okay, well, you know what? My favorite album from you is such and such. And in my mind, I'm like, that ain't my best. That ain't what he said.
I know.
He said his favorite.
Exactly.
So I gotta accept that. Okay, well, you know what? I can't be upset. My favorite T-shirt might be an old shirt with holes in it and this dingy and the wash machine but
ate it up.
I love it though because it's comfortable. But my best shirt might be another shirt that I don't hardly wear. So I gotta accept what people say, but I still take it as a challenge to say, okay, well, you know what? Let them know. Well, yeah, I appreciate that, but look, I got a whole bunch of new stuff out too.
Absolutely, man.
And we don't do it. We don't do it for the money. 100%.
Right.
It's a major percentage of what we do is, like you say, to pay our bills. But I think the only way that you can outdo and keep on staying on that level, the money ain't got nothing to do with it.
No.
It's the love of the art,
it's
and that
the love of the
competitive
game.
drive that you got.
They like what they like.
Yeah.
And we make music for them, not for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like, man, my favorite album might be something this. Don't you know, so many people come up to me. I was in the club Sunday. I'm in the club Sunday and I'm at the shout out Swaggers. I was at Swaggers Sunday. And they not saying like they even knew I was in there or whatever, but I'm just bad in the back of the club and they not even knowing I'm right there. Right. But they playing all the big pokey songs that I did.
Hey, come on,
and so I get a lot of people that want me, to produce those classic songs like that, like to man, we need some more of that big pokey, that who that talking down, and Menage a Trois kind of, and I'm like, I get it, but I got these here, but we don't want to hear them.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And so they want what they want.
Music is it's a time capsule for a lot of people.
Right.
So
absolutely.
They had that nostalgic feeling like when they hear, like you say,
they remember where they were.
Yeah, it's part of their DNA now.
Yeah.
So they find out, man, when you gonna make something else like that? It's like, I don't know.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, the real answer to that question would be, I'm not gonna never make nothing like that because that was unique for that time, for that artist, and for me. Now, anything moving forward, then that's going to be unique for that time.
Exactly.
And for whoever it's for then. So, people, but like you say, the fans, the perspective and the lens that they view it from is not the same way that we see it.
And it's crazy how that happens, but, they want you to reach back in this hourglass, this time capsule, and snatch that out of there, and come right back as if it was. But the times are different now.
Times are different.
Yes, indeed. So What right now? What is K-Rino working on?
Man, I got a new album that I'm working on right now. It's called The Industry, and it's spelled THEENDUS tree, like climbing a tree. Us tree, because the way the industry is set up as a tree with different branches that's intentionally designed to end us. So it's the end us tree. Yeah. So you know how dirty the industry is. So that's the new project I'm working on now.
Gosh,
and that'll be out in about a month.
Now that done struck a nerve. What?
yeah, straight up.
The end us tree.
Yeah.
It's a tree to end us, man.
Come on, man. Because
and only K-Rino can come up with something like that, man. Oh man, that's awesome. I can't wait to hear something like that, man.
They trying to kill us through what we love.
Absolutely.
They've been using the music that we created to turn our minds to make destructive music, so all that's factored in. But the industry don't just consist of the music industry. It's the political landscape, it's athletic, it's sports, it's movies, Hollywood. It's all these different branches. There is media, all these different branches that are geared towards making us be other than ourselves. And so that's what the whole concept of that album.
Wow,
and that's
man.
what I'm gonna be touching on that throughout. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of almost like a concept album.
Right. So I want to ask you something that you asked me.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about the AI?
Yeah, it has its place, man. It's like any technology. It's not the technology itself. It's how it's used. Now, AI, when it comes to music and what we do,
absolutely,
we on the same page. It's like, I'm not letting no AI program write no lyrics for me. I'm not letting no AI program be anything artistically that I should be. Right. I'm not going to do that. To me, that's cheating. That's cheating the game to me. And if I get that lazy or if I get that complacent, then I just need to quit. I need to stop doing it. Now, if somebody uses AI for a visual or certain effects that they may want to put together, so I don't have no problem with that, or they may make a promotional thing to utilize that tool, that's fine. But anything artistically, nah, I ain't with that. That got to come from my mind.
Exactly.
It got to come through my channel, which is the pen.
You're right. Absolutely.
And it got to come through my anatomy, which is my vocal cords. So that principle ain't gonna never get abandoned by me.
Oh wow, yeah, man. I feel the same exact way. AI can do a lot of different things, and I talk to a lot of people, even when I'm in classes and all that at the Urban League, and I tell them, about with employment and different things. One thing about technology, you're gonna even move, either move with it or it's gonna move right away from you. Right. It's gonna run right on over you and keep on going. I get that part, but when it comes to music, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to sound like the old guy, get off my lawn type dude. But at the same time, I kind of halfway have a problem with you being able to take your technology and toy around with something that I put the blood, sweat, and tears into as far as, like I listen to all the time, different things or whatever. I just listen to it, how they can take lyrics from old school rap songs and make them into these other blues songs and all that. I get the AI in that. I get that the fun that you're having with that. But at the same time, that's only the scary part of a future problem.
Come on, man.
Because at some point, they're not going to need me and you anymore.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? And you're producing a rapper.
Come on.
They're not, they making the AI beats, and they also making AI songs. You're already giving us a tenth of a tenth of a tenth of a tenth of a cent.
Come on, man.
On these streams. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Southwest Wholesale was giving us $7 a CD.
Man. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? For real. The first 30,000, that was 210 out the gate.
Eating good.
Eating good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And giving you checks along the way so you can promote your record in the whole nine. Streaming doesn't do that.
No.
The only benefit I've seen with the streaming is that you can build up so much, so many followers and all of this with the streaming, you can get some good paid shows. Okay. But as far as royalties, nah.
You're not going to live off of it. It's more of a promotional tool at this point. And back into your point about AI, see, my belief with AI on the grand scale is that the versions that we see of AI right now is just a testing ground right now. They putting it out. It's in its primitive state right now. It's not even gotten to where it's going to get. So from a music standpoint, a label can put out I can make a Harvey Love type of AI project.
Right.
But I don't got to pay Harvey Love for it.
That part, man.
And if there's no legal way to have your likeness and your voice or anything that copyrighted or whatever licensed, then it won't be nothing that you can do about it. So if it gets to that point, then the people again, if it's jamming, they gonna jam it.
Exactly.
The average fan, they don't care. They don't care.
Nah.
Even if they do know, they man, that bad
you
boy
right.
jamming.
You right.
If it come on in the club and that bad boy rocking,
and it's rocking, the beat is rocking.
Man, you heard
a lot
that,
of times it is.
You heard that boy, that fake Harvey Love boy. It's jamming.
You feel me?
They gonna rock to it. So when you connect that to what's being done by the industry with streaming, it's all, in my opinion, it's all an agenda to just destroy not only the mainstream artists, they don't have no power no way, but the independent artists, we have power, So now everybody got to go through the same door, which is streaming, and we don't have to pay y'all hard and nothing. And that's what it is.
I see that as fruit that's hanging off the industry.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Come on, Harvey. And that's part of that tree. All of this is part. Because if you go beyond music with the AI, now you have these situations, just like we said when you just said when they make the little fun we're going to make a 1950s version of a song that just came out. Okay, we're going to laugh at, oh man, that's dope how they did that. The same thing is being done with visuals with AI, because now they can have Michael Jordan sitting at a table talking crazy about LeBron. Man, LeBron will never be like me. I'm the great. And Jordan didn't say that. So you look at it and say, well, I know
have his
AI,
voice and everything.
But the voice is exact. The lip sync is right on point. And to the untrained eye and ear, they'll really think that that's real.
What?
And the reason why I know that is because when I watch videos like that, I go straight to the comments.
Exactly.
And when I look at the comments, it's people on there that's commenting in a way that lets you know they really believe that's real. And somebody else under them got to say, man, you do know that's AI.
And right.
So what they're gonna do, and this is my opinion, this ain't no revelation that I received. They are testing this because it's gonna get to a point where they're going to be setting people up and framing people with AI.
Because they're going to get more advanced.
They're going to get more, they're going to perfect it.
Absolutely.
And it's not going to be, the content is not going to be so hyperbolic to where you really not going to know.
You don't.
Because
you're not.
They already got videos now where you don't know. It's like, okay, you got a little 3-year-old playing with a dog and they like having a conversation. That could really be.
Don't you know?
But then somebody say that's AI.
They talked to a guy that had made $500,000 on OnlyFans because he created an AI bot that was doing a woman. They thought it was a real woman, and now everybody's hip to they be putting AI people on. But he was one of the first ones to do it.
Right.
He got him a bag, half a ticket.
So what's gonna happen when an enemy of the United States, somebody who's not in the good graces of American media, when they decide, okay, we can create an AI visual where this person is saying he likes to touch little boys or something like that.
He wants to do everything.
And we see him, and the people can't tell the difference. Right. Or they saying, well, this person is laundering money, and it's his voice saying, like they recorded him saying it, or they got video of this person, but it's really not. You know, those are things that I think are gonna be happening in the future.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's all about, it ain't what you got, it's how you use it.
And let me tell you the danger, the more danger in that, what you're saying. These computers and these handheld phones and all of these, they're around our kids more than we are.
Come on, man.
Because the phones are on them 24/7, even when they go to bed.
Right.
Wake up with the phone, go to bed with the phone. All throughout the day, phone. So we're not with them 24/7.
Right.
So it's about what they're seeing and, you know, the most. What's going to win as far as the, you know, they like, you know, just raise your kids right or whatever. Yeah, I say, yeah, I get that. But that phone, they got that phone raising them as well. Yeah. So it's a constant battle on what our kids are learning. What they do is they know that we're hip to what's going on. They put the training on the child. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, man, it's a constant battle with the AI stuff that you're talking about.
It's a competition.
Yes, right.
When you come to your children, what shapes them the most is going to be based on what entity has the biggest pull on them.
Absolutely.
So is it going to be the parents' influence that have the bigger pull on the child, or is it going to be the technology that has the big? And right now, I feel like the technology is winning.
Absolutely,
you know,
man.
so you got to get to a point where, and to your point, you can't monitor nobody 25/8 because life is doing what it do. But when it comes to the children, man, it got to be an effort to be able to say, well, look, man, it's only so much time you get to mess around with this video game, mess around this phone and things of that nature. It has, the human element has to be still a major part.
Absolutely.
You know, and a lot of times parents get lazy. Okay, we just do this, so I ain't got to worry about you making noise and running around the house. Here's the phone. He put them in front of the TV, let them watch the little show they watch. But nah, the human element and the hands-on approach, the lack of that is going to destroy. It's already destroying how our children are being brought up, man.
And it's crazy. What do you see the next trend in the music being? Like what's okay right now? Okay, I remember I could see it coming when Nicki Minaj started really, really rocking. Yeah. I say females are getting ready to like come in the door and do a little something and all of that.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that they want our females to rock. They, I get it, Glorilla rocking and all that. You got Sexy Red, Glorilla. You got Ken the Man. You got all these different females that are getting love right now.
Right.
With that being said, though, they want them only one way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And talk about this one area of stuff. So, what's the next wave?
Yeah.
In the industry. According to K-Rino.
Unfortunately, we don't control what the next wave will be. It's the heads of the industry that control that.
Facts.
So we can only say what we would like for it to be, or we can guess where they're going to go with it. When you talk about it's going to start at the mainstream, just like you said with the female artists, they made the decision to say, okay, we're going to over-sexualize the female rappers. Just like they made a decision 30 plus years ago, we're going to implement gangster rap and make that be the art of the day and turn the minds. Man. And then it turned into, okay, we got the gangster rap established. We're going to overemphasize materialism. The need, I got to have this car, I got to have this jewelry. Yeah. And it takes the focus off of anything conscious. So they set those trends and then they put the money into it. They put the marketing and promotion into it. And they put the artists out that reflect it, and we just follow behind it. So now our young people. So I couldn't tell you what the trend gonna be, but they will be the ones that dictate it. We just have to know that one is gonna come, and we got to be able to say, "Hey, man, stop falling for this. This is what they do. Stop falling for this," because there's a connection between. There was a connection between gangster rap and the prison industrial complex, because one was feeding the other one. So now there's a connection between how our women are portrayed and how our family structures are now.
Right.
All that is tied together because they know who the real original people are. They know who the gods are. They know it's us. They know it's that young black generation coming up who the real lions who gonna be the ones who turn this thing around. So what is the plan? We gotta decapitate that. We gotta chop that off. We gotta make sure that these niggas stay ignorant. So all these things that they present to us that we fall in love with is all part of an agenda to keep us knocked out sleep. That's all.
That's crazy, man. And like everything I've seen so many different waves in cultures and areas. I like the hip hop area, like I said, the women area, I mean the gangster rap or whatever. But I've seen conscious rappers, but I've never seen a conscious era of music.
It was right there.
Right there with Public Enemy, X-Clan,
KRS.
Right. Poor Righteous Teachers.
They caught it. See, because that stuff used to be on the radio.
No, it did.
But
it absolutely did.
They caught it and they was like, wait a minute, man. No, they starting to reflect this.
Right.
So the thought is
starting to live right.
If we can make them, if they can reflect that, we can make them reflect something else.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what they did. So now it went from African medallions, proud to be red, black, and green, and this and that. It went from that to I'm gonna kill this dude. I'm gonna drive by.
Exactly.
And like I said, it ain't to judge because we grew. I love that kind of music.
Absolutely, no.
But we grew up on. We made that kind of music. But the grand scheme is the detriment that it does to the community. Because they either gonna say art imitates life or life imitates art. Both of them are correct.
Right.
So if the song sounds good enough and whatever it's talking about, we gonna try to emulate that. None of my homeboys were smoking weed before the Chronic came out.
Exactly. That's fact.
It ain't no disrespect.
That's a fact.
When it came out, and even in our city, we glorify sipping drink and all this stuff. And a lot of people, not just rappers, just a lot of regular people, they got caught in that wave because the song sounded so good. It's like, let me try that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just a reality. So anything that is made attractive to us, even when it's negative or a detriment to us, we gonna ride with it. And that's just reality. We gotta know what's good for us and what's not. Because you can listen to the song and you ain't gonna go out and shoot up nobody. I can listen to the song. I ain't gonna go out and start. They come out with a heroin song tomorrow. The beat jam. I ain't gonna do it. But it's somebody else that will.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to, if I could go to this right quick. Artists today, they don't. Let me say, I hate to say this about artists. I love good raps and good artistry as far as MCs.
Yeah.
But for a lot of y'all, it's gonna say I know I'm gonna get chunked at about this, but for a lot of y'all, I believe that this is my personal opinion. I believe, I'm gonna say this to the camera, I believe that the producer carries a lot of you. And I don't mean, I'm not saying that you whack and you this, that, and other, but you do just enough to make sure everybody riding with this hot track. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so they and when I mean carry, I don't mean like if it, like you're a whack rapper or you're a weak rapper. I'm just saying you just riding the beat and you just doing enough to get the song over. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But the real deal is the track. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because I'm a producer, because I was rapping before I was doing tracks. But I see that a lot. And the reason why I said what I just said is because it's a segue into what I'm going to ask you. Do you ever see people do an acapella in their shows like you do?
It's rare. It got to be somebody. Well, I ain't gonna say it got to be somebody old school. It's real rare. Every now and then I might see somebody just a spit one, and they may be spitting some real life topics. But if at 100 shows, to your point, you might see it 3 times.
Exactly.
So that's a 97% the other way.
Right.
Yes, but so it's real rare.
And
it's
somebody that does it still that I absolutely love is Propane. I love him. Propane would do an acapella right here. I'm in a heartbeat to show that I love producers, but I just don't need a producer to let to make sure you feeling what I'm saying.
And again, like the shirt say, the bottom line is a real rapper is always trying to show people that he is a real rapper. At every turn, I want to do something
that shirt, man. I love
that's going to show you that I'm a real rapper. So I got, people have seen me have variations of this shirt. I got another shirt that say, stop rapping over your lyrics. I got all kind of stuff that just going to rub rappers the wrong way.
Right.
But it have to be said because that's the era I come up in. And as a teaching tool, I understand, bruh, that's going to make you sound so much better.
Absolutely. And rappers know I don't mean no harm by that. I'm saying, like I say, I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't do acapellas, like I have, you know what I'm saying? I have a couple. Remember the show that you came in? I did acapella that night.
Yeah. Which one?
That M1.
Yeah, with Murder. Yeah.
Right.
No doubt.
I think it was a restaurant or something. I did acapella that night. I did that because I knew you was gonna be on this. Truth be told, let's let it get out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, can't but, nobody else. But you know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna step out on a limb. I also feel like you did that because you are able to do that.
Absolutely. I feel you that.
A lot of people might not be able, or they don't feel comfortable. Right. Doing it. That's why they will rap over their vocals. That's why they real kind of hide behind the other elements of the performance, because they don't want to be exposed for that. But, my thing is never take it personally if you're an artist.
Right.
Take it as a teaching tool, from one of the OGs. Take something. It's like, man, this going to make you better.
And I'm listening.
Yeah.
Because I've done both. So I feel you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. But you are a true blue, like Mello used to say, a true blue McAdoo. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down, man, to that artistry, man. I mean, you really take this seriously and have been for decades.
We got to take a world approach to Harvey because when I went to Australia years ago, and that was my first time going to Australia. And I was on the phone with the guys, the promoters who was bringing me out there, and the guys, he asked me on the phone, he say, hey man, so are you gonna rap over your vocals when you do the show? And I got mad. I said, nah, I ain't doing that, bro. I ain't doing that. He said, no. I was asking because if you do that out here, they gonna boo you. And I was like, oh, so my thing is,
they want to hear the rap.
Different parts of the world. See, we get away with that down here because nobody put really emphasis on it. We don't really care. The fans don't really care.
They just want to jam.
Yeah, they just want to jam out. But it's parts of the world that they like, nah, we not tolerating that. We bought a ticket and came to see you.
We want to see you perform.
We want to see that song where you was up there. They want to see if you can really do that.
Exactly.
Not hide behind the vocals being on there. They want to see if you can really spit like that. They want to see how your voice is as crispy on the mic live as it is on the record.
Facts.
How much did the studio help you in this finished product compared to when you get on
we
that
do
stage?
It with singles every day.
Right, come on.
Oh, man, they ain't singing like that. They ain't singing like studio. They sound like, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
we
that's
do it
a
all
hell
the
of
time.
a point because we hold singers to such a high standard.
A high standard. What about these rappers?
And the first thing we'll do, oh man, she can't sing live.
Exactly.
Okay, you can't rap live.
How about that part?
So the thing is, when you get on that stage, that's another proving ground where you're supposed to have it in your mind, I got these people out here, I want to show these people what a real rap concert looks like. You might not even just love my songs, but you gonna walk away saying, he was spitting though. That boy was getting it in.
He performed,
And when you do shows or when you go to shows where it's multiple artists performing and 10 or 12 groups perform, the majority of them are gonna rap over their vocals.
Right.
But them 2 or 3 that don't, they always stand out. And people can't put their hand on, man, why he sounds so good? Why was the crowd so much more attentive when he was up there? Because you hearing him. It's a difference. The crowd might not even understand it. He giving them a show, but he's giving them raw, real. It ain't nothing but track playing and him rapping.
Hey,
and that's the difference. You might leave some ad libs or a hook on there. Right. I do that, but
back in the day, when them verses come, a dub version.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You gotta spit, man.
You gotta spit.
You have to spit, man.
No question about it.
And I've always appreciated that about you. You're gonna make sure. What I can't. This is one thing that I can't stand about a lot of rappers. Okay, let's just say you got the vocals in the song, whatever, but then you're not even seeing all the vocals.
Yeah.
You know the vocals still going. You just and what and what?
Right.
What? This your vocals. What you got?
And if you're not out there like that, we don't know your words.
Nah.
Now if you a known artist.
Now, if you know no artist,
I still don't like. I don't like what nobody do, but at least he can get away with because the crowd know the words.
Certain words. Now I can see that. That's part of the show.
But if don't nobody know you, that's when you really should be in that mode. That I'm gonna give them a real raw live show.
Absolutely, man.
And if you must rap over your vocals, at least rehearse to the point where you tight with it.
Yeah, right.
You rapping over your vocals and it's still off.
Yeah,
it's like so now it sound worse.
You don't even know your own song, man.
Or you just off. It's
right.
Come on,
man.
And I think that in this social media age where everybody is gonna film their show, you're gonna have somebody with that phone filming your show for you.
Right.
When you film your show, what are you looking at? Are you doing it just to kind of just admire yourself? Or are you taking it the way an athlete would take it when you watching film?
To
say, okay,
looking at your mistakes,
I gotta see,
how can be better?
I messed up right there. That's what I do.
Me too.
When I watch
film.
Turn it off. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Because you know where you messed up at.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do, man.
Man, when did you start the SBC?
1987. Yeah.
Wow,
I was going to Sterling. I was in 11th grade.
Yeah, Sterling.
And, it probably had, I was like 7 or 8 of us that went to school with me.
Okay.
And that was the first members. I was like, man, we a crew.
Back then. You still remember the first ones?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Because you know, Rapper K is original.
Rapper K.
He's still to this day.
My brother, man. That is, that's my pool. That's my pool coach, too.
Yeah. Don't play him for no money.
No. He coaches me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. No.
He won the coldest in the city on that pool team.
Yeah, that's my pool. I mean, and been my pool coach for years. Like a long time. So Rapper K and
Rapper K, the first record I put out was a group called Real Chill, and that was GT and Preppy J. They was original members.
Okay.
My homie C Rock. Okay. He didn't go Stir, but for a little while. And DBX. All these are like the first
originals. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Southpaw Coalition. Yeah. So we didn't branch out until I got with Nip and Cat and Nip, Cat. Murder One, AC Chill, they all went to Jones.
Yeah, okay,
we all went to Sterling.
Okay.
Me and Nip battled in 87. That was like a epic.
We read about that, remember?
And then after that, we all got cool.
Y'all bonded.
And when we got cool, all his people came with us. Jones had the harder rappers than Sterling, just on the whole. Yeah. So that's really what
made
shot
it
us
tighten up.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Once Nip
nice.
came.
And a couple of my bros from Third Ward, we grew up in Third Ward together. In Egypt Dopey.
Yeah. See, they came later because Rapper K transferred and went to Westbury. When he got to Westbury, that's where Dope was going to school. So one night, Rapper K called me and said, man, I want you to ride over to the dude house. He got equipment. You know, back in the day, dude had equipment in his house. And hey, that was like a big thing.
Man, you in.
Yeah,
what?
so he wanted me to ride with him to Dope House because he was making a song. Yeah. And he didn't want me to ride with him. Right. So we got over there and we get to Dope Mama. I'm like, man, dude got all this. This dude got drum machine. He got the double cassette. Everything laid out to record. And me and Dope just hit it off to where it was like we had good chemistry. Right. And then that's how I ended. Yeah, so man. Everything just came together just by chance. Like
wow, man. Yeah. So I see where, SBC is man, it's constantly, active and it ain't no slowing down.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? SBC is just they really just I mean, like doing the damn thing. And so, what's next? I mean, y'all making albums, any compilation albums together?
We just dropped a South Park Coalition album.
Cool.
A few months back. It's called "The Ties That Bind Us."
Right.
And it was the first SPC album that we did. You know, one thing about it, we never able to get everybody. Right. So the goal is one day to do one where we just get everybody at one time. But yeah, that is out right now. And we still do physical copies because we don't discourage nobody to stream.
Absolutely.
But we also still do physicals. Yeah. Because we like, look, the only way that we gonna combat the stream hustle, or I call it the stream scheme, the only way we're gonna combat that is to encourage the people who rock with us. Hey man, buy these CDs too.
Yeah, man.
But I ain't got no CD player. It don't matter. Buy it anyway.
Right.
You collect vinyl and you ain't got no record player.
And that's what I call them, collector's editions. Yeah.
Or, if we got on USB, that's a physical copy.
That's
Same thing.
That's still,
so that modernizes it.
Absolutely.
It takes away your excuse, man. I ain't got no CD player in the car. Okay, well, here's USB.
Support it anyway because you got an iconic group and an iconic coalition, you know what I'm saying, of people, made up. I mean, it's like a same thing like Wu-Tang or somebody, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you guys have how many members now? I mean, if you would count them.
It's been a while since we did an inventory, but
absolutely, inventory.
It's over 100. It's over
absolutely
because everybody in the SPC don't rap.
Right.
Everybody in the SPC ain't even just in music.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of that coalition, man. Part of that movement.
People that were just, street cats that just they got SPC on their own. Yeah. And anybody that was rocking with us from the beginning, we loyal to that. Like, dude, he was there when it started. He was there from the beginning.
And it's all different cultures.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I love it, man.
And it's worldwide. It's worldwide.
And I love it, man.
We at one point we had
way beyond Houston.
SPC Germany. We had SPC UK.
Come on, man.
We had SPC Australia. This was all affiliates that we had all around, man. With active people working and pushing the brand in their countries. You know what I'm saying? So that's a real thing.
That's nice, man.
Yeah. So
that is absolutely nice.
All just behind, just like y'all know, just some dudes that just wanted to rap. Right. We did this out of love, and look what it grew into.
Absolutely.
Like you look at Harvey Love. There's a regular dude, who I found out the other night was really from 3rd Ward in Mooderheim Club, but a regular dude. Now. A world figure in the realm of production and music. It's like, dog, we wanted that for ourselves, but to actually see it be a reality, that's crazy, man. Because this ain't something that you go to college for and get a degree in. Right. This is something that had to be built from the ground up, just off of work and grind.
Right. And that's one of the reasons why I will forever be indebted to Crazy C and Big Mello. They both gave me they helped me hone a skill set that God gave to me. True enough, that they helped me with a skill set that will take care of my family for the rest of my life.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have none of this had it not been for the skill set, because I used the skill set to buy this.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's, it's like, wow, man, they gave me a skill set that really, helped me self-sustain.
That's such a blessing.
And I'll never be able to repay them dudes, man.
And another way to look at it too, Harvey, is that story, that whole reality that you just spoke about, you are really in a real small percentage. We look at it like, because we see so many people that rap and do music. Right. But there's a bunch of people that rap, produce, and do music, but the percentage of those who elevate to a point where it sustains them. Right. It's like, okay, this is what I really do, and this is what pays bills. That's a small percentage, but especially from an independent. Stand, because you get signed back in the day, the label gonna screw you. But at least they give you a springboard to where if you don't get nothing else out of being on a label, you get a name.
You get a name. If you're smart enough, get experience.
You can parlay that name into something for yourself once the label done got rid of you. But for us being independents, we may have dabbled. The label might have been interested before. You might have even signed before. But for the majority of your career, it's been independent. To get to that point where you doing it like you doing it, bro, man. you in the 1 or 2%.
Man.
Straight up.
And I just thank God for it.
Question.
Just like you and I both. We have fans that weren't even born when we started, man.
Come on, bro. Look at the shows, Harvey.
Yeah, right.
I tell people all the time, the people that's our age, they not really coming to the shows. Like, ain't no 55, 56, here and there.
Yeah, right. Nah.
The shows are consistent of 20-somethings and 30-somethings because the people our age got families, got to get them to go to work tomorrow.
Right.
To transcend those generations is the biggest blessing. Like,
exactly.
Because if we had to really rely on the people in our age group,
they're not buying as many records anymore.
They ain't buying as many records. No. They done lost touch.
But
But
absolutely.
when you look in that crowd and like, man,
it's youngsters.
Young people, young to us because.
Yes, right.
Casey, it's crazy. If somebody 35 can be your child, 35 ain't just if you 35, you might have your own family and home and all that. So to look at that from that standpoint, like, man, you 35, you a youngster to me.
You a youngster.
But that's who at our shows. That's who come at our shows. But all that rolls back into the type of music that's made.
Absolutely.
Because if you making the kind of music that transcends generations, then those new generations, they're going to rock with you.
They are.
They're not putting the age on all this old stuff about you too old to rap and all. Not if the music is right.
Right. Good music will not be denied.
Yeah, some people, they talk about too old to rap. Some of y'all too young to rap. Y'all need to live some more life.
How about it? Yeah, because all you're going to do is talk about, the girls, clothes, drugs, and guns.
Yeah. And you following somebody else that you see doing. And if you
only talking about them 4 things, you probably need to live a little more.
Come on, you got to live some more, man.
You go through a few more things. You know what I'm saying?
Understand the concepts of trends and fads. It's like you never want to jump into the game on some fad stuff because when the fad goes, you go. So now you're gonna look fake trying to. I'm gonna come back to reality.
I tell people,
we know who you was trying to be.
It lasts a little bit longer when you create the trend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For real, don't follow it.
Come on.
You got to create it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Absolutely, man.
And before we get out of here, man, 2 things if you could do that. Do it from one. Tell everybody, how can they get in touch with K-Rino?
Yeah, man. Instagram, The Real K-Rino #1. I got a YouTube channel where I post daily video just giving life game. The Real K-Rino is the YouTube channel. We got the Underground Dialogue podcast, which is our podcast channel. Shout out to the homie Keisto. We air every Wednesday at 9 p.m. on YouTube. And that's it. That's it, really. You can reach me through any of those avenues, man.
Gotcha, man. And lastly, we were at where Mayor Turner honored both of us. It gave us I gave all of us there the Lifetime Achievement. What were we in, 5th Ward?
I think we was. I vaguely
when you
remember
sat
that.
on the stage, let me tell you what you did.
Yeah.
You sat on the stage. I think it was Lil J, Scarface,
Oh,
Willie
that was
D.
the 50
years
in
hip hop.
We did a Houston.
And remember Mayor Turner got honored all of us. Okay.
Yeah.
You did an acapella.
Yeah.
That was unreal.
Man.
Is there any way you could just give me a little of that, man? I just want them to know.
The song was called Houston Is.
Okay.
The video on YouTube, you can see the song. I perform it pretty much every time I do a show.
Okay.
But that was the thing. It was just more so like what Houston is to my generation.
Absolutely.
To our generation. So the people who was in that crowd that night, they was mostly from our generation. So they was feeling what I was saying because they lived it. But the song is also for younger people who don't know what I'm talking when I mention this club or that, they don't know it. So it's a history lesson for you. Go back and learn it. So it was like Houston Is G'd up from the start. Everybody hanging out Sunday in McGregor Park. Houston Is 3rd Ward to the SWAT. 14 and a half mixtape by Dal Scott. Houston is keeping bread in your pocket, riding with the home team, Astros, Oilers, and Rockets, home of the soldiers. So it ain't no folding. Legendary 34s, Akeem, Earl, and Nolan, jumping out at the club sharp as an arrow. Rhinestone Wrangler, Chocolate Town, and Carol's. Coke cans to get in Astroworld, no ticket. And you ain't from H-Town if you don't know Wicked Cricket.
Hold up, man. Shout
out to them OG Wicked, man.
Oh, my gosh, man. This is RganniK, and that is K-Rino.
Salute.